If you did not have a chance to watch the dev live stream for Renegades and Ashen Iron today, then you missed out on a lot of information, but don't worry because I have everything you need to know coming up right now. First off, they went into the Vidoc of the Renegades update that is coming obviously later in the year in December. We saw in that Vidoc that we are going to be working for multiple crime syndicates in a new criminal underground in the Soul system. There is a big bad group called the Imperium that is kind of leading this crime syndicate, and they are supposed to be our quote-unquote Sith. And we're going to be working alongside a new character from the Praxic Order that is going to be our quote-unquote Jedi. They're both going to be having lightsaber battles and things of that nature, and we're going to get our own lightsaber as well. Our objective is to overthrow this crime syndicate by infiltrating it and working with the multiple different types of syndicates within it. After we get rid of the Imperium, obviously the gameplay loop consumes us and all the other crime syndicates start fighting over battle, and that's where our new gameplay loop comes from, is working alongside these crime syndicates. So we're going to be taking on jobs from each specific group, getting new skills and upgrades from all of them depending on which one you pledge to, and then getting these new skills like dropping cabal balls and airstrikes all over the map. There's also going to be new activities where you can invade, similar to Gambit that they showed us, but it's going to be during these crime syndicate activities, and you can choose whether or not to have that turned on for better rewards. Clearly, like I said, you're going to be getting a lightsaber that's going to be our new exotic with Renegades. It's going to be called a Praxic Blade. They let us know that this is going to be fully customizable visually and gameplay wise, so you can choose to play however you want to play with that, and obviously I assume that means you can pick whatever color you want it to be. There's also going to be a new dungeon which they gave us a snippet of in the Vidoc, but they did not give us a full reveal on that. Obviously they want to keep that under wraps as much as possible, and that's pretty much it for Renegades. They didn't give us a lot to go on. They did go through a bunch of updates that we're going to be able to see moving forward as far as power progression and the gameplay loop itself and quality of life changes. They did a lot of great things to show that Bungie is listening to us, but obviously we want to see them go in that right direction. We will not see that until Renegades. There are some changes that are coming with Ashen Iron today, but the bigger steps are going to be moving forward in December and into the new year. With that, Ashen Iron releases today. We went into a new segment of the dev live stream to show us that what we are getting at launch today. There's going to be a new activity called Reclaim. Maya Sundaresh is losing control over her Vex followers. A lot of them are going rogue, and she wants better control of them, so she needs Golden Age technology. And what better way to get that than to attack the Vanguard Vault, which we have a lot of it stored away in there. So our activity is defending the vaults and defending the last city from Maya Sundaresh's attack. This activity is called Reclaim. This is going to play more like the Nether. It's going to be like a roguelike activity where you get buffs along the way, and there are going to be collectibles that are sprinkled in throughout the activity itself in the location. Some new weapons that they showed us today is going to be a new rocket pulse. This one is going to be not necessarily just an explosive one. It's going to be a sticky one. The projectiles stick to the targets and detonate over time. That's going to be one of the exotics. And then also they actually showed us that we are going to be getting the exotic axe that we saw in the preview. Yes, this is actually going to be an equipable axe. It codes as a sword, so you can use it on people like Crota, where you get that extra sword damage. It's going to be fun to mess around with. This is going to be an Iron Lord sword. It is going to be solar, and it looked pretty cool in the Vidoc. I can't wait to get my hands on it. And then they hinted at a new stasis crossbow that can freeze in 2 shots, and also whenever you pull it out, if you have the serrated edges or the serrated bolt, it'll explode and spread to other combatants on the battlefield. So it looks like it would be a fun gameplay loop to play with that weapon. So more to come on that as well. That's going to be redeemable through portal activities starting now, and the drop rate's low, but they will add more opportunities to get it in the future, they said. And then they let us know that Iron Banner is coming next week, and then Festival Lost shortly after that, with the different drip options that we voted on last year. And obviously, as you know, if you voted on the drip options last year, the options that we had, we're going to be able to get both. It's just one of them is going to be available with Bright Dust on launch of Festival of the Lost. There's also going to be a new PvP activity this year for Festival of the Lost, which is called Red Rumble. So more to come on that whenever we actually see the activities. More about Renegades, though, that is available for pre-order now. And if you go to pre-order it, you're going to get this awesome new X-Wing as well as a new emblem. For those of you that already pre-ordered it, whenever obviously you got Year of Prophecy, they said that that was going to be available retroactively. It should, I assume, drop in the game whenever you get in there if you go to your collections, or if you go over to the vendor located at the tower to pick up all your old stuff. That does it for the dev live stream. If you enjoyed the video or found it informative, please make sure you like, comment, share with a friend, follow, and subscribe depending on which platform you're on, and we'll see you in the next one.